Hi, the Unity family. We're back again on the AfricaUnity platform. My name is KingIdris and I'm here to give you guys the new insight on what is going on the home ground in Africa and international community. My people will be heading straight to the topic of the day. We'll be talking about the Ghana president support by Uganda and Kenya president about the LGBTQ community issue going down now in Africa. My people, a lot of issues have already happened in Africa, but this one have already gone viral because a lot of people really want to know the reason why the Western countries, the state of America, really want to know the stand and the position of African leaders about the LGBTQ community, because it's all about human rights. It's all about human rights. And you can see Kamala Harris, the 49th Vice President of the United States of America, stated that when she came to Ghana, and when she was talking about human rights and everything that want to happen in Ghana pertaining to her visitation, she really put it out that truly I'm all about human rights and I want to know where Ghana really stand on the issue of LGBTQ community, which the prolific president of Ghana, President Akufo-Addo, really came out and expressed himself. He stated this. He said, "We do not have such legislature in Ghana. A bill have been proposed. A bill have been proposed to the Parliament of Ghana, which is now being considered by the Parliament. And after the Parliament considered this bill, it would now
have any such legislation here in Ghana. A bill has been proposed to the Parliament of Ghana, which has all kinds of ramifications, which is now being considered by the Parliament. It hasn't been passed, so the statement that there is legislation in Ghana to that effect is not accurate. No legislation. The bill is going through the Parliament. It's going through the Parliament. The Attorney General has found it necessary to speak to the committee about it regarding the constitutionality or otherwise of several of its provisions, and the Parliament is dealing with it. At the end of the process, I will come in.
They will not get him involved. After the Parliament go through the bill, they will not get the president involved, because the Parliament, that is their duty, that is their job, and we know the Parliament of Ghana to be one of the best in Africa. And the spokesman for the Parliament have already come out. He have already stated his own mind too. The spokesperson said truly the bill is on the table and it have to go through the Parliament first before the president of Ghana have access to it. It is after they examine it and the Parliament came out with the final say that the president of Ghana will get involved in this.
Wait until we pass it and then we direct you to execute it. That is why you come in. That is why we are representatives of the people. So in terms of law, which is part of policy, we finalize it. And then the executive now have the authority to implement it, to execute it. Let's get this clear. Once this bill is before here, he is not in charge. I am in charge. I hope the U.S. Vice President is not yet gone.
And we've seen, on the other hand, the prolific president of Uganda, Museveni, have already came out too and expressed himself pertaining the LGBTQ community, because the European culture, the European world, and the American government want to know where the African leader truly stand, their position on the issue of the LGBTQ community on the home ground in Africa. And Africa now is the new destination for most of the travelers coming from everywhere in the world because of Ghana. Ghana is the new hub of all travelers coming from everywhere in the world. I'm talking about people coming from China, Europe, America, just name them. Everybody comes to Ghana day in, day out. Ghana airport have been busy. Everybody know this already. It's gone viral, and we've already talked about a lot of issues pertaining to that on this platform. And on the other hand, the president of Uganda, Museveni, stated this. He said, it's our country and this is our society. This is our future. It is nobody's future. And if the outsiders have to leave us, and
we will continue to urge the government of Uganda to repeal this abhorrent law and to advocate for the protection of the universal human rights of LGBT persons in Uganda and around the world. What I can tell you about steps the United States might take in response is that we are undertaking a review of our relationship with Uganda in light of this decision.
The outsiders cannot dictate to us. This is our country, this is our society, it is our future, it is not anybody's future. And the outsiders will have to live with us, or if they don't want, they take their aid and we shall. Uganda is very rich, we don't need aid. In fact, aid is part of the problem.
The president of Kenya, William Ruto, that was being sworn in as the president of Kenya on September 13, 2022. Even before this man came into power, the big broadcasting company that interviewed this man was asking this man this same question. And this man stated that, he said, we do not want to create a mountain out of a molehill. This is not a big issue for the people of Kenya. When it becomes a big issue, the people of Kenya will make their choice. So my people, this is a global issue. And it's also an issue of human rights on the home ground in Africa. My people, Africa's future is at stake. And African youths are the fast rising, youngest youth in the world. Which means in future, the African youth will be the one to be in control of the world middle class in the world. So it will be the next richest man in the world will be coming out of Africa. This is what we're talking about, my people. And the people on the home ground in Africa have already come out to express themselves and talk about this issue. Africa have a lot of problems. We have unemployment that we need to talk about. We have a lot of issues. No health care plan for all African citizens. A lot should be made. A lot of things should be put in place before we even talk about LGBTQ community. African leaders need to visit this issue at their own convenient time. It shouldn't be the Western culture, the Western world, and America should be the one to deliberate and tell the African leaders when to visit their own issue. Africans have bigger issues to fry, my people. They have bigger issues. I don't think the LGBTQ community issue should be the one that should put in place now, because this is what we're talking about in Africa, and a lot is going on the home ground in Africa. A lot is really happening in Africa. I'm talking about in Ghana, in Uganda, in Tanzania, in Malawi, in Botswana, in Ethiopia, in Eritrea, in Egypt, in Tunisia. Africa have bigger issues. So I really understand where the African leaders are coming from. This is not what they need to even attend to at this time at all. So I respect the president of Kenya, I respect the president of Uganda, and I respect the opinion of the president of Ghana, which I know with the visitation of Kamala Harris on the home ground in Africa. She's in Ghana now, and she'll be going to other African countries like Tanzania. I know this is not going to bring no dispute, and it's not going to divide the people on the home ground in Africa, also in Ghana. African leaders are on the right path, and the people of Africa should support these prolific leaders at this time. So my people, it's just a quick one. I just came out to talk about this issue because Africa have bigger problems than this, which the leaders need to attend to. So my people, I'll be coming to an end of the segment today. Just a quick one. I'll be saying one Africa, one people, one unity. Please subscribe. Close to all the people that have been subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate you guys to the channel, so we can keep coming out and keep giving you guys this prolific insight every day by day. So I'll be coming to the end of the segment today. I'll be saying one Africa, one people, one unity. Unity over division. Thank you. Thank you, my people. Thank you.